everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Randy Prizzle's Lincoln Ting with me, Randy Prizzle. How you guys all doing out there? Everything good, shway, crispy, airy. But let's get on to it. What we're here for, the linking and the tinging. Me going on profiles and searching for a girl to call my own. Hopefully, I can get a few more girls that will appreciate man and one day just check the messages and see what man's saying, because these girls, I don't know what they're on, they just don't seem to be checking anything. Do you know what I mean? I'm looking and searching for someone I can just call my own, but they're not searching themselves, they're just searching away. Do you know what I mean? I'm literally on the castaway team, like I'm Tom Hanks and that. But anyways, let's see what this next person is saying. We come to Mia. Mia is saying, dating me, it's like going out with Kanye West. I don't want none of that, to be honest. Kanye West is moving like a madman, so I generally don't want none of them vibes. You know what I mean? If she's going to be doing the stuff where she's all over the gaff, saying all sorts of mad stuff, and then getting me into some deep trouble, do you know what I mean? I would avoid like the plague. So that already is giving me some big red flags here. But let's see what more she's saying. She's 27. She's 5'5", and she's into consulting. She works as consulting. She says, typical Sunday, brunch with friends. Well, that's easy. You know what I mean? Just go and have some lunch with friends and enjoy yourself. That's the standard things nowadays. Do you know what I mean? Where people just out and about, they gather them and just doing what they need to do, enjoying life, enjoying the vibes, enjoying the good times and all that. Good times. Dip, 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 dip. These are the good times. That's what they need to do. Enjoy the good times. Next thing she's saying, the way to win me over is cooking. So I could do for some stuff in the kitchen. I could throw down, you know what I mean, do all of that. So if she wants to find out more, she has to link man in it. You know what I mean, find out more. If you want more, you need to all 79 me, all 79 me, all 79 me. She doesn't know 79 and she isn't going to find out. It's as simple as. But apart from all of that, Mia, she kind of caught me off guard with that first part. There's a bit of a red flag there. So unfortunately, it's going to be a no for me. Good looking girl, but still, Kanye West stuff's a bit mad, do you know what I mean? Moving completely left, not west, just moving north at that point in time. Do you know what I mean? But anyways, next person we come to, Andrea. She says a lot... Rewind. When the crowd says both, selector. She says a random fact I love is long walks. She's 37. She's a hairstylist. And she's 5'3". So excuse the background noise. People are drilling upstairs. Don't know what they're doing. They ain't playing the drill music. They're actually doing the drilling stuff. What's going on there? Do you know what I mean? It's not like all of that feeling like getting out. Man, they're acting mad. Want to try and get me down there feeling like bad. I want to get them mad. I'm going to go down there and punch them in the ha. I don't give a damn about that. They try to come around there and knock me in the pad. They ain't going to get that. Hey, what? Man, they're feeling their hard, but they're not. Anyways, I just mean to make it up songs. Anyways, let's move on. What Andrea's saying, the long walks thing, I hear it. I mean, but allow it. Man's not going to be on those journeys with you. You know what I mean? Not doing the Lord of the Rings settings and all of that. Beep, beep, beep. Do that journey by yourself. Because literally, just take a bus or a cab and I'll meet you at the finish line. Simple as that. But she's 37, she's 5'3", she's a hairstylist. What more she's saying, I go crazy for cinema, so do I. Like being in the cinema, especially when you're on your own. Super screen settings, widescreen, surround sound, beautiful. Do you know what I mean? Nothing better than just seeing the big screen itself. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, prices now have gone peak in that. Do you know what I mean? Peak like the mountaintop. So that's why I don't go there as often as I should do. You know what I mean? The prices are just out of this world now. It's completely moving mad with them prices there. Do you know what I mean? But I do like to go to the cinema, chill, watch a good movie, and just feel it for true. Do you know what I mean? Eat the popcorn, them vibes, then there. But literally, I don't buy anything in the cinema. It's too expensive. Do you know what I mean? I buy stuff outside of the cinema. Like I buy a canned drink or some packet of crisps from the corner shop, and I take them into the cinema in a bag on my back. Do you know what I mean? They ain't trying to search me. Hey, you're touching me. Do you know what I mean? I paid my ticket. I'm going in there. You're going to stop me. You know what I mean? You're not the boss of me now, do. You're not the boss of me now, do. You're not the boss of me now, and you're not so big. They're not. You know what I mean? Because I paid my ticket, walking in there with the food. Don't care what them are saying. But anyways, what she's saying next, my most irrational fear, immature men. Some man them that are just acting mad, like kids and that. Do you know what I mean? Actually, I said there's could be days when you could just do the kiddish stuff. Do you know what I mean? Be like, you know what I mean? Acting mad and that and do what you need to do as a kid. But you have to have them days where your head's screwed on and that, you know what I mean? You're trying to do your proper things in life. And you're not trying to act like you're just, you know, in a bouncy castle every single day. Do you know what I mean? But anyways, apart from all of that, for Andrea, she doesn't really have that gusto for me. So, you know, I mean, no gastro chips vibes I'm feeling there. So, unfortunately for her, doesn't have that je ne sais quoi. So, it's going to be a no from me. Come to Shan. Shan like Jackie. But she's saying, one thing I love to know about you is your biggest fear, like ever. My biggest fear. I think I always have the fear of the unknown. I've always kind of had the fear that, you know, what's around the corner. I'm never sure. Do you know what I mean? So I tend to try and do things on a day-to-day basis. Do you know what I mean? Than rather plan ahead. When you do plans, they don't go according to plan. So I'm like, what's the point? You know what I mean? My plan is having no plan. And that's what I just say. Do you know, when it comes to me, and boom, let's just do it. Do you know what I mean? People say it's spontaneous sort of behaviour, then call it what you want to call it. But I think sometimes you just can't really plan things. You just kind of say, okay, cool. If it's a holiday, cool, I hear that. You can plan a holiday, whatever. You know what I mean? Because that you booked, signed, sealed, delivered. That's happening. Do you know what I mean? Stuff that's actually happening, like you go into a concert and that, cool. But stuff that, let's say, you can't control, nah, allow it. Anyways, she's 28. She's 5'2". And she's a complaint officer. What more she's saying? She said, biggest risk I've taken part in a charity boxing match and having to fight one of my friends. That's peak. Now, obviously, if she got knocked out by a friend, that's mad. That friendship's over. Do you know what I mean? Or if she knocked her friend out, it's over either one or the ways. So it's literally R.I.P. to that friendship. It is now over. It is now over. Never going back there again. It's not happening. But literally, I couldn't imagine fighting one of my friends. I'm not going to do no boxing match. Do you know what I mean? You have to pay me a lot of bucks for me to get into the ring. Do you know what I mean? I already suffer from migraines. To get my head smashed in by people, allow it. Do you know what I mean? I don't want none of that. So I'd avoid. You know what I mean? I hear that people want to get in the ring and do what they have to do. If the money is right, cool. But you're going to have to pay me a substantial amount. Because obviously if I get injured, the brain starts doing a wonky business, wonky donkey settings, Willy in the Wonka, Chocolate Factory and all of that, then it's peaky like the blinders for me. Do you know what I mean? Curtains closing that. Gold dust settings. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? It's over for me. Kick me in the nuts and just call it that. Do you know what I mean? I ain't coming back from that. And I'm going down, literally. You know what I mean? I'm going down. The Mary J. Blige stuff and all that. But anyways, let's move on to what she's saying next. Dating me is like winning the lottery, but having no clue how to cash in. Okay, so you've kind of won, but you can't cash in. So she's basically saying that you probably aren't going to settle down with her. It's mad. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, so it's just a mash and dash thing she's basically saying. DoorDash settings. Do you know what I mean? Deliveroo, in and out. Do you know what I mean? Getting the food, going back in and back out and all of that. That's what it is there. There's not much to it. It's peaky. It's peaky. It is. You know what I mean? It's peaky like a bird's beak. Do you know what I mean? So on those reasons alone for Chan, it's going to be a no for me. Don't want to do the whata, wah, who and all of that. You know what I mean? Karate settings of us. So it's going to be a no. Come to Olivia. Olivia's saying, this year, I really want to explore more of London. It's good. Explore. There's things to do. As I said, even things to do on a cheap. You know what I mean? If you're obviously not around to spending that much money, going in, and just going to the park. Let's go to the park. Wanna kiss you underneath the stars. Or just going to the bridge, walking down the bridge and just seeing the wars and all of that. Thames. You know what I mean? Or just walking past Oxford Street and that. You know what I mean? It's an easy route to walk down if you obviously live close to those settings there. You know what I mean? Or the big parks. Big parks, obviously, like Victoria Park. What's the other one? Hyde. All of that. Do you know what I mean? So she's 30, she's 5'5", she's the designer. The designer. She designs stuff. Cool. She says, let's debate this topic. Is rose gel real? I have no idea what she's on about. People let me know what she's saying because I don't know. I don't know what you really mean, girl. What you really mean on this? So I'm gonna ignore it. Move on. Whoa, whoa. So yes, the next one we got. Together we could book a voucher mystery holiday. I've never travelled with voucher, so I don't know what they're on. Do you know what I mean? They say they put them adverts in the TV. Voucher.com and all that. I don't trust these people. Do you know what I mean? Because they say all this, but they could really be talking a whole lot of waffle. Do you know what I mean? And out of business probably in a couple of years. Do you know what I mean? Wow, nothing at this point in time. But I need to see the proof in the pudding from her. If she's going to take me on a mystery holiday, I need to see the ticket. I need to see if it's all legit. Because if it isn't legit, I ain't going anywhere with you. But still, I wouldn't even go anywhere with you because I don't know you like that. It's a first time meeting. So me and you can't go in any meeting if I don't know you like that. We need to know each other at least for a couple of months or something before we even transition into going to anywhere. Do you know what I mean? Take it to your bedroom, cool. Do all that Nathan stuff. Baby, won't you come into my room? Into my room. You need to tell nobody. Do all of that with you. But as far as the holiday saying, I don't know you like that. No Dizzy Rascal stuff. Do you know what I mean? They ain't doing nothing there. Fly away, down the way, like a holiday. No, I don't know you like that. So it needs to be at least 3-4 months before me and you travel anywhere. That's all I'm saying now. Olivia looks like a nice gal still. You know what I mean? Don't know what the Rose Gel thing's on about. Do you know what I mean? She obviously is the right height. Inch taller than me. But, you know, still kiss the lips, so it's fine. Do you know what I mean? Then it's a bit of problematic. Obviously, if a man could obviously kiss beneath the chest, then pleasurable activity settings for her, but not in the end for me. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, not in myself. But it is what it is, but she is the right height. So that's good signs there. Do you know what I mean? Explore London, I can explore London with her. So yeah, I'm going to send her a message. I'll just put it straight. I need to know you for at least 4 months before you have a holiday. So it needs to at least be, it needs to at least be 4 months, not 3. Before we go on holiday. Before we go on. If it ain't the one, let's fly away, travel away, get a holiday. So yes, and that's all for that. Let's move on to the next person. Anne. What Anne is saying, I'll fall for you if you find me the chocolate dipped chili nachos from M&S. Only found them once, but can't stop thinking about them. Can't find them. Don't know where they are. Been to M&S's, and I don't usually go to M&S's a lot, so I don't know what to tell you. Actually, out the Elias stuff. Don't know what to tell you. Don't know what to tell you. And obviously, you say you're going to fall for man. So if you fall for man that easily, it's mad. Do you know what I mean? Just over some chocolate dipped chili nachos, you're moving sideways, literally. Do you know what I mean? So I cannot get behind that. You know what I mean? I cannot. Would probably say behind that in terms of obviously the physical stage, but I can't get behind that literally. But anyways, she's 33, she's 5'10", she works in startups, it says. She says, I hype myself up by buying concert tickets. It's cool. You know what I mean? You go to buy concert tickets, that's nice. Listen, concerts are good out there. I know Usher's doing one recently where he's obviously feeding the gal them cherries and that. Do you know what I mean? It'd be mad if the man them and then they get fed cherries. It's a bit mad there, but still. Do what you need to do. I don't know if Usher would probably be on those ways where he's going to feed the man them cherries. You know what I mean? If the man them wants to do that, Not saying that's up to you. Do you know what I mean? But the gal them obviously there are more features there. They like to do all them things than that. Had a you in my groovy baby, you are my superstar. Usher sayings, you know what I mean. But anyways, next thing we move to the one thing I love to know about you is your spice tolerance. I'm kind of a medium person when it comes to spice. I'm not really someone who can go hot. There's days I can do the hot stuff. You know what I mean? Like the song, looking for some hot stuff, baby, this evening. I need some hot stuff, baby, tonight. Looking for some hot stuff, baby, this evening. I'm not looking for hot stuff this evening. Do you know what I mean? I'm just looking for some normal dinner, get in my gullet, and just have some drinks and go to bed. That's all I'm looking for. So, spice tolerance, as I said, medium. But can go a little bit hot, not to the terms of the bomb and stuff, where it's just moving mad and then the mouth is just doing the burning stuff and then I'm feeling it, like the Sean Paul stuff, temperature and that, do you know what I mean? All of that vibes, do you know what I mean? Yes, but for Anne, unfortunately, she doesn't really have that je ne sais quoi for me, so it's going to be a no for me. We come to Gina. Gina is saying, my most irrational fear, surviving a plane crash and having to live in the wilderness. That's a bit mad, doing the Lost stuff. You remember the program Lost? Do you know what I mean? You've seen that, the polar bear and that came out. It's when Lost was literally lost for me. But, you know, I hear that. That's obviously going to be peak trying to survive a plane crash. Do you know what I mean? And obviously trying to live there and survive for how many days or months on ends before there's any point of someone trying to look for you or search for you. Do you know what I mean? So it could be pretty peak out there. Mad. You probably have to end up, if you can't find food, end up shanking one of your peoples then. And then, you know, yamming on them. Turning into cannibals and that. It's going to be moving completely sideways. But if you have to survive, suppose, you have to do the Tommaso Ciampa stuff. No one will survive. Do, 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 do. No one will survive. There's no escape now. No one will survive. Do, 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 do. All of that. Anyway, she's 35. She's 5'5", and she's a researcher. What more it says, the one thing I love to know about you is last book article you read that you enjoyed. Trying to remember the last book. I think it was an autobiography. It was Dennis Bergkamp's, that was it. Dennis Bergkamp's autobiography. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Thought it was absolutely great. Would recommend it to the people who like Dennis Bergkamp or Arsenal fans. Or just enjoy people with, you know, some great talent in general, like football talent. So, well worth a look into if people are on that. So, yeah. Next thing, unusual skills. I'm a human Netflix algorithm. I can predict what show you should watch next. That's good. Because I always need someone to tell me what new shows to watch. Because they always put these ones on there and they say, oh yeah, stars and all that, give it great stars. And then you watch it and it's dead. Do you know what I mean? Trust me, I've seen a few on there that's been dead. Do you know what I mean? I've watched some and I thought, they gave this some great stars and it turns out to be absolutely shocking. Absolutely poor. Piss poor. You know what I mean? Like, what is this? Get rid. Do you know what I mean? Why would you put this on there and say it was good when it was actually terrible? Do you know what I mean? Pathetic. But anyways, summarising Gina up. Obviously, she's an attractive woman. You know what I mean? She's the right height. She's answered the question surviving and that. Yeah, I'll give Gina a yes. I just put next to what she said on the human Netflix stuff. I said, cool. I always have problems when it comes to this. But I always have problems. Flipping phone is acting mad. Problems when it comes to this. Yeah, I'm not a fast typer. I've got one hand and trying to type with one hand. It's moving quite south. Do you know what I mean? Very south. Yeah, I mean south. So yeah, that's that. We'll just call it top. No, we're not gonna call it top. There's one more person there that's caught my eye. Pling! All of that settings. Shakira. Oh, the baby that's like this. Nobody probably speaks Spanish. Nobody mama see, see. Shakira. What's Shakira saying? Says my typical Sundays, cocking to old school slow jams and chilled vibes. It's called Shakira. It's really good. It's really good. Yeah. That's all I can say. Yeah. Old school jams. I like it. Marvin Gaye, Luther Vandross, Lil Anita. Leffy said this party of right. Would it be? Where she said she wasn't ready for the world's new edition. Many return. Leffy said this party of right. Would it be? Where we? All of that. She's 35. She's 5'2", and that's all it says there. What am I saying? I hyped myself up by singing Mrs. Officer, Bobby V featuring Lil Wayne, back to back in the mirror. Mrs. Officer. When I get up on the angels on the don't know the words, so all of that. And anybody thing that they can say, we, Miss Officer, we. Yeah, big tune, guys. She says, my love language is quality time and laughter. Yes. I'm giving Shakira a yes. There's no doubt about it. She's getting a yes. It's chilled. Someone obviously seems chilled. So it could be a demon in disguise. Who knows? But, so far she gives really chilled vibes. And listen, she's cool. She seems like she's nice. So, yeah, man. Yeah. We cool. We could do it together. Do a duet together. Yes. And that's it. And that's that, guys. We've come to the end of this episode of Randy Prizzle's Lincoln Ting. So, if you've seen this episode or any of the previous episodes below, you know what to do below. All of that. Big yourselves up if you're a first-time watcher, seasoned watcher. As I said, subscribe to me. Check me out. Like and all of that. Share to your friends. Tell them how crazy the boy Randy Prizzle is. Show them this video. Say this man's a loon. Absolute loon. Looney Tunes set and all that. Ba-deep. Do you know what I mean? All of that. But anyways, big up yourselves, guys. You know what we usually do when we finish? Link out. Link out. Oh, link out.